So the women's basketball team was named, and Caitlin Clark was left off the team. As you can imagine, it created quite a few responses. So instead of having you sift through them all, I'm going to give you mine, and then I'd like you to make your own decision on how Olympic teams get put together. There is a general manager of an Olympic team. There's a president of an Olympic committee. Sometimes there's tryouts, not really. Other times there are powerful players who have a say in who's on the team. Yes, no Isaiah on the dream team. Sometimes it is dictated, like there had to be a college player on the 1992 dream team. For those of you who are misunderstanding that fact, Christian Laettner was not put on the dream team in 1992 because they couldn't find a better NBA player than Christian Laettner. Christian Laettner was on the dream team in 1992 with Ewing and Bird and Magic and Jordan because that was the rule. There had to be one college player on that men's Olympic team. So Christian Laettner at that time was the exact choice and the right choice, given that you had to have somebody. Right now, there is no particular rule that I'm referring to as it relates to the WNBA. There are two sources who claim that Caitlin Clark was left off the team because she was not going to get the type of minutes that fans would have hoped. Therefore, she would not have played as much as fans would have hoped. Therefore, fans would have been upset. Therefore, it's better to leave her off the team. I'm trying to think of the last time I heard a greater bit of horse hockey than that. And these are veteran sources. I don't know if that means they're veterans players or they've been sources for a long time. Sort of a dangling modifier. Left unclear, left for me to decide. So I'm going to decide. I'm going to say it's players. I'm not playing if she's on the team. What role does the broadcaster have? John Skipper will tell you on a future sporting class. David, I had nothing to do with the players. I can't choose who does what. I've got no say. Not true. I'm sorry. Broadcasters, you do get involved. Does it mean that NBC had the right to name the Olympic women's basketball team? No. Does it mean that they can let it be known that they would like Caitlin Clark on the team? You bet your bippy. Is this a missed opportunity for women's basketball? Yes. Would there be more eyeballs on women's Olympic basketball with Caitlin Clark on the team? For sure. Show of hands if you're sure. How many gold medals have the women's USA basketball team won in a row? Well, I do this for a living. Didn't know the answer. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. Got to put our best players on there. No, you don't. Here's the thing about putting a team together and having the ability and the guts to ignore complaining players or overbearing media. When you're putting your team together and you want to do it with business in mind, you've got to embrace that and you've got to live that truth. It is absolutely wrong for the WNBA commissioner, Kathy, not to get involved. It's wrong for the Olympic Committee to not get involved. And the reason I say it's wrong, and this is not me telling you that I'm pro or anti Caitlin Clark. This is me telling you the reality of what moves the needle. It's not about race. It's not about talent. It's not about turnovers or rookie scoring. The arguments that you're hearing, she's one of the best 10. She's not one of the best 10. She's the best rookie. She's not the best rookie. She moves the needle. She doesn't move the needle. My standpoint, slightly different. What was the discussion like when she was not on the team? My take is a little different because when you're putting the Olympic team together, I think from minute one, you recognize that this is not a regular women's Olympic year. This is not a regular team you're putting together. You can tell me all you want about the older players, how famous they are, how good they are. You can tell me no matter how loud you speak or yell, hey, David, you're missing all of these talented women. I don't care. Right now, today, there is no more famous player than Caitlin Clark, period. I don't care if she's the best or the worst player. Don't care. When you're putting together an Olympic team, you need a bench. You don't have to play her for 1 minute. The broadcasters wouldn't care. The fans wouldn't care. The Olympic Committee wouldn't care. You got to be smart enough to put her on a team because it moves the needle. Both needles. The needle of interest, the needle of ratings, the needle of money. That's 3 needles. When women's sports is having the moment it's been having. Now, women's basketball is basically taking advantage of that because it's the dream of every league to find a star to build around. That's why we spend so much money in Europe, in Asia, in South America, in Central America, anywhere in the Caribbean. You're doing it because you're trying to develop players. Well, the WNBA developed a player, and the player they developed has drawn the attention of everybody. Put her on the damn team. And don't say, oh, well, who are you going to replace her with? I don't care. It doesn't even matter to me whether she deserves to be on or not. That is the absolute truth of my position. Tryouts, earning, nepotism, don't care about any of it. Performance, results. Do you know how many amazing Olympic sports can be saved by maximizing the revenue and by the broadcast revenue that comes? And do you think that NBC and all of the broadcasting that they do, you don't think they're looking for ratings, celebrity, advertising revenue? That's what they are looking for. Stories. What a waste. Can't name her now, though. Too late. You missed the boat.